ladies and gentlemen, this is Joey Stephen from the Polinsys Studios. This is a report from the program manager of Hong Kong. In an effort to provide processing support to mainland PRC or China offices in light of the ongoing significant double-digit TRV program growth, a number of service delivery realignments were made in early 2015. These adjustments also leverage technology to support enhanced client services. From January 2015, all permanent resident file processing, with the exception of FC9 adoption files for North Asia, has been consolidated in Hong Kong, making this the third largest PR processing mission in the CIC overseas network. Also, in January 2015, Hong Kong assumed processing responsibilities for all visa application centers VAC cases for Mongolia. Now let's talk about economic classes of visas issued. Even with the termination of over 13,000 federal investor and entrepreneur applications following legislation included in the Economic Action Plan 2014 number 1, Hong Kong has not seen a significant decline in its active inventory due to increases in the federal skilled worker and provincial nominee lines of business. The majority of Hong Kong clientele continue to originate from the PRC. However, Hong Kong and Taiwan business-based applicants represent a small percentage of the cohort. Now we'll talk about the provincial nominee programs from this location. The provincial nominee applications received continue to be predominantly in the business stream, with many applicants declaring business ownership and holdings. The verification of business ownership and holdings continue to play an important role in the assessment of these applicants, and the value of Chinese character searches cannot be undersold. At present, the office is holding a just-in-time inventory of PV applications, including business stream applications. Now we'll talk about the Quebec business stream from this location. Hong Kong has a Quebec representation on site. Though there was a 61% reduction in intake in 2013, there remains sufficient inventory at post now to cover 2 years worth of processing. With Hong Kong's current target, this inventory will continue to grow as the BIQ office in Hong Kong is processing applications at a steady pace. FC priority. Cases of marriages of convenience continue to be a serious concern and are both challenging to detect and resource intensive to address. The 3-year FC priority refusal rate is as follows: 21% in 2012, 18% in 2013, and 24% in 2014. This uptick in refusals is not unexpected and followed and continued representation of low-risk cases to CPC-M and CPC-O. As the cases coming to the field are the more complex, the increase in refusal rates supports the risk tiering criteria in play. Now we'll talk about the temporary residence visas issued in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's TR or temporary residence caseload is predominantly made up of applicants from the following nationalities. 35.9% of applicants hold citizenship from the Philippines, 25.6% from the People's Republic of China, 18.6% from Taiwan, 8.5% from Hong Kong, and 4.1% from Macau. In terms of country of past permanent residence, 49% of applicants were in Hong Kong and Macau, 28% in PRC, 23% in Taiwan. Now we'll talk about temporary work permits. The The TFWP changes introduced in spring and summer of 2014 resulted in 20% decrease in work permit applications. The most significant change was the 66% decline in the low-skilled applications, with only 978 applications received in 2014 compared to 2,842 received in 2013. A direct result of the changes introduced to the TFWP and in particular the LMIA process. The majority of low-skilled worker applications and third country nationals working on short-term contracts in factories in Taiwan. Now we'll talk about the live-in caregiver program from this location. The LCP movement from Hong Kong is primarily Philippine nationals who have worked for 1 or more years in either Hong Kong or Taiwan. In general, they tend to be experienced applicants recruited by agencies in Canada whose business model is to focus on attracting LCPs in Hong Kong or Taiwan, as these applicants tend to have the 1 year of experience in child or elder care meeting the program requirements. As many cases where family members are the Canadian employer, it is believed that the LCPs are pre-positioned in Hong Kong or Taiwan. Based on current processing times, this gives the applicant the opportunity to not only gain 1 year of work experience, but also have their work permit processed in Hong Kong in a shorter period of time than having their work permit application processed elsewhere in the region. Applicants are generally of good quality. While LCP processing was streamlined and back and forth communication with applications was reduced significantly due to VAC's assistance with starting the process for obtaining Hong Kong police certificates, as well as encouraging completion of upfront medicals, we continue to have difficulties with not receiving preferred applications. Even with the suite of services provided by the VAC, there continues to be a wide usage of unauthorized representatives who continue to operate in this region. Going green initiatives in Hong Kong. Scanning of e-documents in GCMS, Hong Kong continue to explore opportunities to go green and reduce their paper holding. Incoming correspondence and material attachments are uploaded into GCMS eDocs as a means of reducing paper and file movement, and finalized TR files are scanned into eDocs. Hong Kong also encourages our applicants as much as possible to present scans of documents to reduce both space required for physical files and the movement of documents and files throughout the office, thereby increasing productivity. Email as primary source of client communications. The majority of correspondence with applicants is now via email, and we continue to promote email as the primary means of communication. With GCMS enhancements, mass emails of various processing for various processing stages is the preferred method of communication, which serves to reduce file processing efforts, lag time, and paper consumption. GCMS group processing. Hong Kong now routinely uses group and batch processing for PR files in order to seamlessly move through the processing. This has reduced the need for officers to carry large BF lists and allows for a more centralized and cohesive approach to file processing. Hong Kong leverages functions in GCMS to generate mass communication by email, which has generally increased processing efficiency, reduced touches on a file, and reduced postage and paper use. They have moved to grouping low-skilled worker applications by LMIA as a means to facilitate processing. By grouping, they are able to detect issues and trends with larger ease and invest their efforts into strategically in managing them. As experienced by most overseas offices, the various stages of GCMS since the 7.0 release to an increased level of effort. The effort is required in order to process e-applications. E-applications seems to be the way to go for Hong Kong, and they are probably leading the way among many embassies around the world. This report is written by Elizabeth Snow, IPM, on 27th February 2015. This is all about Hong Kong. Please stay tuned for further information. From all of us at the Polinsys Studios, Joy Stevens signing off. Thank you.